Hello everyone, I'm Rose, and today I will show you guys my Book of Shadows. I will answer 3 or 4 questions about the YouTube Pagan Challenge from 2016 and 2017 about my Book of Shadows. So, the first question is show and tell grimoire, boss, journals, or mirror books. First of all, I have this Book of Shadows. It's kind of a binder, but I will explain why I did that in the next question. And I also have a mirror book. I have, at this point, I think 4 or 5 mirror books already. And as you can see, it's just a very simple notebook. And I just love the magnet in it. So, what I use my mirror book for is actually when I do something spiritual, I just write it down. So I will show you a page. For example, at this moment, I am studying from my Initiate book. It's a very thick one. And when I start studying about it or do something, I just write it down. So this is one of the pages. It's the third moon and with the chakra, so that's why it's yellow. I use color now and then in my mirror book. This I started really early in the year, so it's almost fresh. I also write down my tarot spreads in it. Another moon. Let's see what else I have in here. Another tarot spread. So it's really just a working book that I use. If I do meditations, anything, all my experiences are in this mirror book. And what I do in my Book of Shadows is when I do a ritual or a Sabbath, I will put that in here. And let's go into the inside of my Book of Shadows in a second. But first, the second question, how do you protect and consecrate, I think the word is, your Book of Shadows or your grimoire? Honestly, I don't really do a lot to protect it. I know I should do that, but I do use oil on the outside of the map. And I also have a protection spell inside this that I will not show you because that's kind of personal. But yeah, that's the only way that I protect it. I also cleanse it now and then with sage because I don't want it to have all the negative energies inside this map, because I also always have it like here. So it really can sense all the energies in my house, and that needs to be cleansed. So how do you organize your Book of Shadows, grimoire, and so on is the third question. And I will show you. The reason why, sorry. So, yeah, that's not handy. There you go. The reason why I took a binder is because I really am that person that is like, okay, I will put a table of content and let's say sacred text, Sabbaths, tarot, and so on. And then all of a sudden my interests go to chakras or something else, and this and this and this. And then I want to have sub tabs in it. And with just a normal like book, I can't do that. I like to swap my table of context, and that's how I organize it. So if you are that person, just like me, who is kind of chaotic, I would say, and it's like, oh, I have a new idea, I want to do this and this and this, a binder is a must-have for you. If you just want to have a Book of Shadows where you know I only need those pages and only those and this, you can use a book. That's perfect. I really like how the grimoires and Book of Shadows look on YouTube, like a big book where everything is so beautiful. But for me, a binder is the best solution. And a binder can be pretty too. So if you look, Book of Shadows or binder. So with some feathers, and I have this over here. And then I will show you the inside if I don't struggle too much. So first of all, I have sacred text. I like to make my main pages as a scrap page. So I have here, let me try. Yeah, there you go. So you can pull it out. And here I have the we can read. And then I go to the next page. This is the charge of the goddess and the charge of the god. And I just typed out the charges, and then I used some ink and stamped, I don't know the English name, the edges. And then I dyed the background with just some paint to make them look old. And then I have the witches read. If you want to see a better view of my Book of Shadows, follow me on Instagram. I have all those pictures on it. The Witch's Creed, because the Witch's Creed and the Witch's Read are something different. With the Tree of Life. Then I have a poem. And this is Pocahontas, yes, because she means a lot for me when I was a child. And then my initiation. And so on and so on. Just important sacred things for me. And then I have the moon phases. I painted it. If you want to know how I did this, you can always request a how to make a page video, and I will show you guys a tutorial on how to make it. So if you're interested, ask me. The Book of Shadows is not finished yet, so I will do an update in, like, let's say a half year or maybe a year on how my Book of Shadows evolve. So I have December, the cold moon. And then I have my full moon rituals, new moon rituals, and so on. Those pages are kind of simple because I want to have like a main page, such as the moon phases, and then I want to have these simpler pages to find the difference. Then I have the Wheel of the Year. Not sure if you can see it. Again, Instagram has better pictures of this. And then I have another card. I will show you with information. So let me put it back. There you go. And then the first Sabbath, Yule, and you can actually open it. So with information of Yule, and then I have just my rituals with the tarot spreads I used in those rituals. And every year I will add the new ritual of the Sabbath that I did in here so I can see all the rituals and for my experiences and how I felt at that moment or the results of the tarot spreads, I do that in this. So it's like combination. And then I have milk with the snowdrops, yes, and the candles, and the information again. I love to do this. And then again, the rituals. This is actually my first milk altar. And then this one is black because it's for Astera. I still have to do that. I'm late. And then my Astera rituals. This was my first ritual ever for Astera. And if you can see, it still kind of looks the same. I just love to do the same rituals every year again to really get into it. But now and then I change my rituals. So again, a few pages, llamas. Then I have my elements. and directions page. And then the first one is Earth. I just love this page so much. And then a card that comes out. In my Book of Shadows, it's mostly things that don't change too much that I place in, so that I can, it's really like a tool that I use to find all the resources that I need instead of looking it up in all the books that I have. So it's really a resource book that I do. Like if I, for example, it was Terra today and I want to do my ritual, but I forgot how I did it, I can just grab my book instead of all the 1,000 books of Sabbath suggestions and all that. So I really love my Book of Shadows. If you want to know how to start a Book of Shadows, the main advice that I can give is think about it. What do you want to have in your Book of Shadows? I still don't have everything in my Book of Shadows that I want to do. I still want to have a tab of my nature journal. Like, it's something that I want to do is when I go to a park or something and I see a very beautiful flower or let's say butterfly wings or something that is on the ground, I will collect it and paste it in my Book of Shadows, like a little travel journal where I can see all the nature things that I've come through. I also want to have a herb tab. Astrology is something that I really want to put in. My tarot, my crystals, everything. My chakras, I have a lot. My meditations, I also am planning to put in my Book of Shadows. So it's really not finished yet, but at this moment I'm focusing on the Sabbath tabs, my moon rituals, and all those things. So yeah, that's my Book of Shadows. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you want to see a better view on the pages of my Book of Shadows, follow me on Instagram. I will post the link below this video. If you have a Book of Shadows and you have a video about it, please share it with me. I love to watch those videos. It really gives me inspiration to make my own pages. If you have suggestions or tips or anything like that, also share with me, please. So yeah, I will see you guys next time when I am doing a video about the YouTube Pagan Challenge or anything else. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed Ostera. This is, again, my Ostera altar. I love it so much. I'm so happy that it's finally spring because I could really feel the heavy winter energy. So I'm so refreshed again and I'm back. Yay! So next time I will be posting videos about I don't know what, but you'll see. Bye bye!